Okay, guys. So let's start with the market structure revision. First of all, I am very much thankful to all of you who had not skipped a single video and watched it properly. The worst part of self-paced programs are people do not concentrate. They take the course very lightly. They are so much affordable. They can buy it even a price of one-time restaurant food, right? Or even for some people, it's a lower price than what they have in breakfast. That's why they do not care, right? I have met many people who are poor, middle class, rich, and out of them, right, in the mix of this bucket, I have seen some of them become a great trader, and some of them did nothing, no progress, same condition of all the time. I do not say those who were successful were rich or poor or middle class. It's not a class which signify your success. It's a dedication. I met some people who were rich, really a rich person, right? A lot of business like me, and that person did great work. It don't, that success is not in their head. They are a great learner. They started from zero, assuming they have no idea. They have respect for their mentor, and they did well. I had met some people who are delivery boys, they deliver right foods, hardly have 6 7,000 rupees for trading account, right? But you cannot make money in 6,000 rupees, right? I just told them a truth, right? You need money to make money here, so arrange it. But skill set, if you have, you can make it one day, no doubt. Some of them did well. They are great traders, six-figure traders now, and they live in a luxurious house, drive great SUVs from two-wheeler. They were, delivering food from there. I know some of them. We are still in touch. I met some middle class who were struggling, they had an income, but they do not do anything apart from, doing their 9 to 5, having food, they cannot do much. They cannot say they are wealthy. They did a great job, lot of hard work they did, and they are succeed. I know some of the poor people, middle class people, rich people, they are still in the same position. They are a failure trader. They didn't did anything. So class doesn't define it. Success in trading doesn't define where you came from. Believe me, it doesn't. What define is what you are going to put in. You are poor, rich, middle class, doesn't matter. If you are ready to put 100%, at least here I can guarantee you are going to be successful. No doubt one day you will be. One day probability will play in your favor. No doubt, after n number of trials. So let's congratulate to all of them who are giving their 100% effort. And I could only wish you all the best. And I'm sure based on the past results, you would be definitely be a successful trader in Bank Nifty. And the concept which I'm teaching is price action is applicable everywhere. So probability is very high for you to succeed rather than those people who are just skipping and directly open the setup sections. So let's start drawing, the market structure from here, let's say 15-minute chart. So I'm starting from this point, any point I just, I had chosen, and let me start. So let's say from here to here, I consider this as a leg. Then market taken a pullback, okay, went up, pullback, leg which I was talking about. For me, this is a leg. Why? Because it's broken, this swing to the downside. So for me, this leg high is important and this leg's low is important. So I'm in downtrend. Let's say from here I'm considering as a downtrend. Any point I have to start with. So focus on this. So in order to be in downtrend, I have to break this and protect this. So you see, whatever it's doing inside, I don't care actually. It's going this, let them do. I'm in downtrend, I know. So as soon as it breaks this now, This is an important point for me. So out of this internal structure, I have to see which is the highest point. So this is the highest point, which broken the structure to the downside, and here we are. So now this is important for me, right? This swing is important. This swing low is important, right? So we are in downtrend so far. Now here you see what we did internally. Like in order to be in downtrend, what I have to do is I have to protect this swing, right? This swing, and I have to break this. See what happened here. Market made a higher high. It's doing. I don't care. I'm in downtrend. But as soon as it given a closing, now this is an indication we are in uptrend, and this is the last move. You have to mark the lowest point in the move is the move, means I will see this complete as one leg. Okay, the lowest point and the highest point. So this is one move. This is the important leg for me, and this is one important leg for me. So this is a start of an up. So since we are in uptrend, right? Since it's broken, right? It's closed above this. So I can say now I will look for a buy trade on a pullback. Now what it did here, you see, sometime market will break both of the side, then decide. It happens sometime. So it came like this, but till here, right? I will assume it will come like this and again go like this. That is my assumption all the time. I will go with the trend. So it came down like this, and when it closed below this, it's a clear. Again, it changed, the direction. Sometime it happens, it will change both of the side in one shot, like downside, then upside, then downside when lot of volatility is there. Okay, it happens sometime. So it's broken the structure to the downside. Now I'm sure this is a beginning of a downtrend. Okay, now the highest point in this move will be my, the point it has to break in order to again change the trend, and the lowest point is this. If I consider this as a pullback, and then market taken a pullback, did this blah blah blah, I don't care. And in order to, be in uptrend, if it goes like this also, I don't care. It will be in downtrend until it's this highest point is not being crossed. So let me delete this and let me draw it again. So whatever it do, let them do. I always assume we are in downtrend, so it's going to break this low. See, it's broken this low. So the last leg, right, which broken the swing, this is now important for me. So I will shift it down, and not this, like this. Shift it down, and this last leg, is important for me, and this is the swing it made. So in order to be in downtrend, I am going to take a pullback inside this and going to breach this, right? I'm not going to close above this. And similarly happens. See, again market taken a pullback, and boom, we went down. So this is a downtrend. Now again you see, this is the highest point we made here, right? In order to be in downtrend, I'm not gonna close above this. I'm simply going to do some pullback and again going to break the structure to the downside, right? This is what my assumption is always. But here you see what happened. Market went up, taken a small pullback, and closed. So as soon as market closed, now I'm sure it's again change of a trend. And here the highest point which the market made here before the pullback is my highest point which the market should break, and this is the lowest point. So now what I will say, we are in uptrend. In order to be in uptrend, whatever the internal structure I'm going to make, I don't care, but I'm not going to close below this, and I'm going to break this in future, right? So here see what happened. Market came down, went up, down, I don't care. I just know until I'm in uptrend, this is not going to breach and this is going to breach. See, it's broken this high. So now the last leg which broken the high is now important for me. So what is the last leg which broken the high? This swing. Now out of these two, if you see properly, this is not the lowest point. See, this is not the lowest point. This is the lowest point. So this I will mark. Okay. So if we are in uptrend, I'm not going to breach this, and we just broken this high and made, a swing here. So if I'm in uptrend, I'm not going to breach this, and I'm going to break this. I'm going to protect this move. So for me, this complete will be a leg. Okay. And this complete will be one leg. Okay. This is the overview. So see what we did. We started making lower low, which I was talking about. See, I'm breaking. My highs are shifting down, lows are shifting down, right? We are breaking the structure to downside. You will feel, oh, this is a downtrend, but see, boom, what happened? It went up. So that's why I'm saying this is not a downtrend until we are trading above this. I hope you are able to connect the dots now at this moment. And this is the last leg which broken the structure to the upside, right? Let me again draw it for you. This is the last leg which broken the structure to the upside. So this leg's low is important. The lowest point in the leg is important, and this is a new swing made. So until I'm in uptrend, what I'm going to do, I'm going to protect this low and I'm going to break this high. So you see, whatever I'm doing internally, I don't care. See, I did this, but as soon as I broken this high, the last leg which broken the high, that lowest point is important for me, like this, and this highest point is important for me. So since if I'm in uptrend, I always assume I am in uptrend. So since I'm in uptrend, what is my assumption? I am going to not close below this and going to break this. But as soon as I given the closing at this point, it's clear we are now in downtrend. Now we are in downtrend. So this swing high is important. And let's say since we closed, I do not know where is the swing coming. Here is the pullback I am seeing. So I can say now we are in downtrend. So since this is one leg and now we are in downtrend, what is my assumption now? I'm going to protect this high and break this low. So see, we protect this high and break this low. What is the highest point which broken this low? This is the highest point which broken this low, and we made a small swing here. Okay. If you consider this pullback as a swing, if you're not considering, I'm okay with this. You can consider this also as a swing. So to be in the downtrend, I'm not going to breach this, the last leg, and I'm going, whatever I will do inside, I don't care. Okay, but I'm going to breach this overall. This is the goal. So I broken this to the downside. This is the last leg which broken it to the downside. This leg highest point is important for me. Okay, this leg's highest point is important for me, and I'm marking it up like this. So so in order to be in downtrend, I'm not going to reach above this, and I'm going to break this swing low. But do you see what happened here? We went up and closed. You see, this is a closing, right? So here I assume a downtrend is over and it's a beginning of an uptrend. So I will mark this swing low because now lows are being protected, and I assume the market will break the highs. Okay, this swing high will be broken. Okay. Now you see what happened. Market made a lower low. I don't care, but what I know from here, maybe this kind of move will come. This will be my assumption all the time. What market did, it came back and it again closed below this, you see. And here I will assume this is a beginning of a downtrend. The highest point of this leg is this point, and in order to be in downtrend, I'm going to not close above this and breach this. So here you see we taken a pullback, okay, like here, and boom, we broken this to the downside. So what is the highest point of this leg which broken the structure to the downside? Is this point. So what I assume, in order to be in downtrend, I'm not going to close above this. Okay, when the trend is changing, right, these points will be uh, being coming close to each other, right? It's being smaller, narrower with time. So in order to be in downtrend, I always assume this swing is, we are not going to close above this swing and going to break this. But here reverse happened, we closed above this. So this is now a beginning of an uptrend. Now I will look for a up move for certain number of days. Now in order to be, in uptrend, what I assume, right? Like this is once, right? What I assume is this swing low will be protected and this swing high will be breaked always. So now what market did, came back and boom, broken the structure to the upside. Now what I will assume, the market, okay, here, the market, right, this point is going to protect this swing low and going to breach this high. So it's protected this low in this move, and here you see we breached the high. This move we breached the high. So now we protected this leg overall, and we breached the high here. So now this leg which is recently breached the previous high is important, and now I'm going to shift this leg here. So this last leg is important for me, since it's broken the previous high and protected the previous low. Now in order to be in uptrend, but I assume the market will not close below this and break like this. But what happened here? Something very different, right? It closed below this, means it's the beginning of a downtrend. So now what I will assume, this is a leg of a downtrend, and in order to be in downtrend, for example, see, this is a sideways market, so I cannot take it as a pullback overall. I will consider this as a leg. So in order to be in downtrend, what I assume, the market is not going to close above this and it will show something like this, right, in order to be in downtrend. But here what happened, but I don't care about the internal, I just care about the closing. Here the closing comes. As soon as the closing comes, it's confirmed here. One second. It's confirmed here as closing comes. Now this is the leg, right? This is the leg which broken this structure to the upside. Now we are in uptrend. We are in uptrend like this here. So this is an important leg for me because we taken some sort of pullback, or better let me consider this, okay, because next day is just a gap up opening and this is very small. It cannot be considered as a pullback, right? Just two candles, right? Okay, few more candles is needed. There is no rule, but I felt is not take it as like a pullback. Again we went up, we came down, internal structure don't care. What I care is if it is an uptrend, it's not going to reach above this and we are going to close above this, means we are going to break this and not going to close below this. So internally what it do, I don't care. It did this, this and boom. So it's an uptrend. So the last leg, right, which broken, one second, the last leg which broken this high, I will consider this as an important leg for me. This leg which broken the high for me is important. And now since we are in uptrend, so I will assume this leg is protected by the market. Market is going to protect this leg and going to breach this high. This high. So since what market did, pullback and boom. So now this last leg is important for me. Why? Because market is going to protect this and break the high. Now this swing is important. Since we are in uptrend, what is my assumptions? It's pullback and boom. This is my assumption, but it given a closing on this candle. So let me remove this. Now we are in downtrend. So here, since we given a closing, so the uptrend is overall, right? And here we taken, we have given a closing, then some sort of pullback. Now this leg is important for me. Okay, this is again not a very great pullback, just to make you understand. Okay, so since we are in downtrend, so in downtrend it's not going to breach this high and going to break this swing low. We've broken the swing low. Okay, taken a pullback. So the last leg which broken the swing, that's high is important for us, and that last leg's swing low is important for us. So since we are in downtrend, so we are not going to one second, yeah, we are not going to breach this high. Okay, rather we are going to breach this low. That's what the assumption is. And we broken. Okay, let me consider this whole move, or let me consider this. Okay, we are going to we broken this to the downside, and then we taken a pullback. Okay, so the last leg, right? uh this is the leg which made a swing. And one second, yeah. And again, right, we made a swing. So let me shift this swing here, and this is the last leg which broken the swing to the downside. Now this high is important for us. So in order to be in downtrend, right, what is my assumption? We are not going to close above this, and we are going to break this down, but we are not going to close above this. We are like doing like this. Okay, so this high is important and this low is important. Why? Because this is a leg which broken the previous swing, and we have to protect it to be in downtrend. But here, as soon as the closing comes, right, at this point you see this closing comes, I can say downtrend is over. So in order to be in uptrend, right, we are now going to protect this low. We are now going to protect this low. I don't care even if this much of sharp fall comes, it's still in uptrend until we are not closing above this. And that's the reason, right? See here, the market, kind of doing a sideways overall. So for me, what is the last leg important for me? This is the last leg important for me. And this is a perfect example of a sideways market to teach you things. So until we are not going to close above this, okay, we are in uptrend here, right? So what is my assumption? We are not going to close below this, and we are going to break this high. But what you see, what we are doing internally here, going up down, going up down. So this is a dangerous area of trading until we are in an internal structure, right? After some certain amount of pullback, if we are not breaking it, so this is a internal structure. So here you see we are still in uptrend. Okay, until we are not closing below this downtrend is not confirmed. Okay, and we are always assume we are going to break this, and everything, all this mess is a sideways. How to deal with this and all, we will learn it in setup. But you have to understand, if it is if you are making this much of big swing, probability is very high sideways will be imposed very soon. Okay, so you see it's doing like a roller coaster, and finally we given a closing here. So this is confirming a downtrend. Why? Because now this was the last leg which we supposed to get protected, was broken to the downside. That is broken to the downside. Which leg has broken it? So this is the last move which broken it to the downside. Now I can say we are in a downtrend, and since we are in downtrend, we are going to protect this last leg. We are going to protect this last leg, and we are going to break this swing low as a part of downtrend. As a part of downtrend. Now what happened? We taken a pullback, and boom, broken to the downside. So which leg broken the structure to the downside? This leg. This leg has broken the structure to the downside. So in order to be in downtrend, market has to respect this high. It's not going to close above this high, and it's always going to breach this. And whatever zigzag is doing inside, I don't care. I always have my bias to the downside. Okay, but what it did, slow and steady, it went up, and given a closing, this means we are in uptrend now. So the last leg which given the closing, the lowest point in this leg, the last leg is this, is given closing, is now important for us. Since we are in uptrend, and now we are in uptrend, what is my assumption? My assumption is we are going to breach this high and protect this low. So what we did here, right? So this, I do not this is nothing. It's simply kind of a sideways market totally. Okay, but even if you are considering this as a swing, it's okay. And then we broken this, and this is the last leg which broken. So if you consider this, so we have to protect this swing, and we have to protect this swing. We have to break this and protect it. But as soon as closing comes, we assume we are in a downtrend. So the last leg which broken the swing, see, this was a swing, and this was the last leg which broken the swing. So that swing high and low will be important for us. This leg will be important for us, and we taken a pullback and we closed it. So the last leg which broken the structure to the downside, right? That leg high is important for us in order to be in downtrend, right? And we are going to, break this low. That's what assumption is. One second. That's what assumption is. So here you see, like it did kind of sideways, 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 and you can consider this as a pullback, but I do not want to make it more messy for you in the beginning. So let's assume uh, it and broken like this to make it more simpler for you in the beginning, because sometimes market make a complex structure. And here, as soon as we close here, it's a change of trend. So the last leg which broken the structure to the upside, that leg lowest point is going to protect and highest point is going to break. So see, this is the highest point, it's again broken. You see it's broken. So again I will shift it to this place, and this is the last leg which broken. So it always have to protect, it always have to protect this and breach this, and it did the same. So this is the last leg which broken the structures, like all the structures to the upside, like till here. Okay, it broken the all the structure to the upside, like higher highs, higher highs, higher highs, like so this leg is important. So in order to be in uptrend, this swing low will be protected and we are going to breach the swing high. What we did, we taken a pullback and we again broken the structure to the upside. So this is the last leg, okay, which is supposed to be protected and this is supposed to be broken. But here you see we're given a closing to the downside. This is the closing to the downside, and this is the last leg which given a closing means broken this structure and given a closing. So what I assume, in order to be in downtrend, we are going to respect this. We are going to respect this. We are going to take a pullback inside and going to go like this. But what we happened, we closed above this. So this leg is important for me. Okay, and since we are in uptrend because we given a closing, so what we assume, this leg will be protected, means and this is the last leg which completely went up, taken a pullback. Okay, so what I assume is this swing will be protected and this swing high will be broken. Again this swing high is broken, so this become the last leg which should be protected. And again we broken this, taken a pullback like this. So this is new swing made by the market. And what, so one second, this is a swing made by the market and this is the lowest point. Okay, of course, no, this is not the lowest point, guys. This is the lowest point. So I hope you all are alive. Okay, so in order to be in downtrend, whatever is doing inside doesn't matter, right? This is the last leg which broken the structure here, right? Broken the swing. So we are, until we are trading above this, we are in uptrend. Whatever is making lower low, I don't care. What I care, it will protect this swing and break this high. So this is the last leg which broken the swing high to the upside. Now I will shift it up in this leg, the lowest point. Okay, we are going to protect this and we breach this high. Okay, and what, again pull back and again we had breached this. So the last leg is this which broken, and this is the new swing high. Okay, now what we did, we taken a pullback and boom, again broken. So this is the last leg, this is the last leg, and the swing high is this. At this point I'm going bit faster now, already we are running out of time. So this is the last leg which broken the structure to the upside, and this is my new swing high. Okay, and what we did here, taken a pullback and boom, again to the upside. So this is the last leg. Okay, here. So what I assume here, the market should respect this lowest point. Spike, I don't care, what I need is closing. So even the spike comes, it's okay. So here you see we got a closing, means now uptrend is over. It's the beginning of a downtrend, and here market given a breakdown to the downside. What I assume now, at this point, market will protect this high. and breach this, though this is a recent market structure which market made. And here we are going to go bearish when we are going to close below this, like this. Okay, so here, right, until we are inside this is a complete, a sideways scenarios, because until if this structure is big, the market internal structure will always make a sideways scenario. Okay, so right, so here you see what we will think, the market will go up and break the structure to the downside. But what market did, slow and steady, it made an internal structure. And overall, here you see it's, one second, here you see it's closed, means it's not, I cannot see this as a closing because it's open. And like, so, okay, one second, yeah, so it's closed overall here, right? So this is a spike. Okay, even you can consider this as a close, it's not close, it's open actually. But even let's say if you consider this, so this will become your last leg. Okay, so now we are in uptrend because we, started giving, a close up. It's not close, it's open, to make you understand. Otherwise this is not a close, this is a defect in data. But overall, a candle head is here, you can consider this. And again, what I consider, if this is a new head, so in order to be in uptrend, market has to protect the swing low. We are now in uptrend, so this is the last leg which broken the structure to the upside, and here we are, we shifted. Sometime confusion might occur due to the candle opening here and there, but it will adjust it just in couple of hours when the new candles will form. So what I assume now, in order to be in uptrend, we will take some sort of pullback and again the break the structure to the upside. So I will plan my trade on these areas, these pullbacks areas, where I will think the market will come, take a pullback and goes, right? I will not chase, I will not do FOMOs. So how to do this we will learn in the setups, but now we are in uptrend. So if I'm in uptrend here, this is an important leg for us. Now my trade start on 1 minute chart. Okay, so we are in uptrend, so this is the whole area for me, and from these areas I will be, using these areas for my setup. So inside this area I will only look for a buy trade, I will only look for a buy trade. Okay, let's say these areas I will look for a buy trade. Okay, how to select this area, what are the, why I selected this area and all, I will come to that on the setup. There are different methods I will use to select the area, but inside the area I will try to calculate a pullback point, let's say here, and then I will plan a trade and I will always target this. So let's say if I this my plan is this area, and the market came to my area, given me entry, given some confirmation, so my stop loss will be something like this and target will be something like this. So see the risk reward, this is how I work. Okay, so I hope it given you an understanding. At least the structure at this point is clear, how we will correlate the structure and the setups. At those times, structure will give me the idea, should I buy or I should sell. I'm in bullish market structure in the 15 minute. So in 1 minute, I will make a plan of buying only. My 1 minute will coincide with 15-minute time frame. 15-minute trend is up. For me, 15-minute is an uptrend. So in 1 minute, whatever the setups you will see, since we are in uptrend, right? We are in uptrend. Is there any doubt? No, right? We are breaking the structure to the upside and protecting the lows. So in 1 minute, when I'm sure I'm in uptrend, I will only look for a buy side, not for a sell side. Since here we are in uptrend, right? For example, let's say from here, this point onward, we came to uptrend. Now you think about those people who try to short it. This trend line, right? They try to short it, the trend line, and what happened? It taken a pullback and boom, right? They are trapped. So since I know, right, from here I'm in uptrend, so even it's going down, I will be a watcher, I will simply watch, but I do not sell. I am going with a trend. Let's say I know it's an uptrend, I will not trade to the downside, but as soon as the structure will break to the upside, I will trade. Okay, as to that, even let's say it's making, downside breakdown, I do not trade. But here, let's say if this is a head and shoulder pattern, I will trade. Okay, so I will only trade the bullish patterns, bullish the setups. I will not trade a bearish setup because we until we are above this. So you will mark in 15 minutes, then you will come down and you will mark this leg. You don't need to have this. You can delete it later on when you mark it. So we only need this. So this is the area. This is the area where we only look for a buy trade in 1 minute. Only buy trade. So we don't care about sell until we are here. We only look for a buy opportunity. If it is breaking down, let it go. But if it is a if it's going to give a breakout to the upside, let's say like this, I will buy. But it's going to give a breakdown to the downside, I will leave it because I know my 15 minute is an uptrend. So in 1 minute, even I can see the uh, bearish opportunities. I will not participate. I will participate when this bearish opportunity, which is a pullback, is over, and I will participate the bullish opportunities. Right. So where is the best bullish opportunities? We will define on the setup. On we will understand some zones, some areas important. There we will plan the trade. But this is the overall knowledge, right? So we are in the bullish structure, and since we are in bullish structure, okay, you can even color code it to make you understand. We are in the bullish structure. So in this bullish structure, or you can color code this, so you can understand this area or zone is a bullish zone. So I'm not supposed to like do any negative side trade. Like here you see what it did. It broke in the structure to the downside. Those people, right, who try to sell it got trapped, but those people, right, who try to buy it are in profit. So I hope you understand this overall structure of the market. This is the baseline of the setup. Okay, so revise it, clarify the doubts to me at any cost if you have. Okay, don't hesitate. Okay, and let's meet you in the next module.